Welcome back to 20 Somethings the podcast. We're back with another tea talk, and this time I'm here with
Bryanna. I'm 21.
And today we're going to be talking about the effects of social media on your life, how you can build a brand around yourself, and how it feels to not go the traditional route in life. So I'm going to start with, how has like social media affected you and like impacted your life?
I don't want to get that deep, but I okay, so
You got on the mic.
I know. So
Whisper it that way.
When I was in 6th grade, I moved to a different city, and I felt awkward. It was primarily white, and I just felt like I never went through a racist situation, but I always felt like a void between me making friends because I wasn't like them. So I turned to social media. I was using MySpace heavy. I was cracking codes, doing different layouts, trying to figure out ways to like utilize my time because I was never really happy with what was going on in my real life.
Yeah. So then it just transitioned to like other social media sites?
Yeah, so when I got older, because at first Facebook was a old people thing.
Yeah.
It was how your mom seeing her high school best friend or whatever. So I started using Facebook. I started doing this little weird ass trick. I would reshare my this is so funny I'm talking about this. I would reshare my pictures. I never told anybody to see this. And so the likes could go up. And I'm doing this shit when likes won't nothing. So I was probably 13, clicking just doing shit, and I reshared it, and my likes was going up like that. I learned how to do that way on Facebook. Then I transpired Instagram, Twitter, and it's actually a big part of my life now that I'm saying, thinking about it.
Ooh. So when did you realize that you could build a brand around yourself using social media?
When I started to put out ideas that I wanted to do, and people started to actually hit me up about me following through, I noticed that people actually cared what I had to say, depending on what it was or what it was about. So, I noticed early, just how I told you, I started playing with stuff and doing little tricks and stuff. I noticed early, or especially being that I work in a retail setting, I see a lot of people that I don't know, but that I know on the strength of social media. So it's big circle.
That know you. So with being so popular on social media and having a big following, or having a following on social media, do you feel like you can still 100% be yourself, or you feel like you gotta keep some things in?
Me personally, I feel like I don't care. I post what I want. I say what I want. I kind of make it so, if I'm going through a bad situation, I might not share every bit and piece of my life, but I still share what I want to share. I know I see a lot of people who they feel like they gotta look a certain way on social media, or their feed gotta be a certain way, or whatever the case may be. Me personally, I just post what I feel. So if I'm in a terrible mood that week, okay, you're gonna feel it, because my songs that I might choose to sing or post, it might be some 808s, heartbreaks, or something. But I just feel like it depends on the person. Me personally, I don't care about what the person might their perception of me. Just talking about that. Their perception of me, because it's people gonna judge you regardless. They're gonna find something wrong with you. You can have a seamless person, they still gonna say, "Oh, well, she." So I just feel like it doesn't matter.
But are you cautious in the aspect of once you get to where you want to be, that people don't dig up some old stuff that you said? Because we was talking about that.
Look when you say that. Yes, because on my Twitter.
With Twitter especially, since they can type a word in and
fill it up. That shit from he was 11. I'm okay. But yes, on my Twitter, every few months, this is so weird I'm saying this out loud, but on my Twitter, I have OCD with it. So if something's just sitting there and I said it and I might feel that way, or I might not feel that way tomorrow, I just delete it. Yeah. So on my thing, you only see my tweets or stuff that I retweeted from close friends or people that I feel are near and dear to me. You don't see like that stuff might pop up from, cause I just started doing it and I was like when I graduated high school, so yeah, something's gonna pop up eventually. But it's not gonna be nothing crazy. I always try to make sure it's nothing like extra. Maybe like an ugly picture, not necessarily me saying like something off the wall.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Because
I
that's
do
important.
that.
Like,
I do that. I mean, like my friends used to always be like, why you delete everything? Like my pictures, I always have like 9 pictures on my page, and it's, I don't know, I've always done it. That's why the archive feature on Instagram, I feel like that was made for me.
Because you can put it back up.
Yeah, like okay, I don't want it this week. I'm putting it back.
Take it off and put it back.
That's totally made for me.
So with social media and like using social media to your advantage and like monetizing it becoming so popular, like do you feel like that makes it easier or harder for people to start up like using social media?
I feel like it's like a 60-40. So a lot of people, they see money in it, so they just boom, I'm doing this, I'm about to get this fake girlfriend, we're gonna take over the world, because monetizing like things like that, especially like relationships, that's really easy. So but some people do it for that reason, and then you kind of tell who's cracking and who's not. Like, you know, we see a lot of influencers who's been around for X amount of years and they still doing the same thing, and you never seen an issue, you never seen a tabloid headline, nothing saying XYZ. Opposed to some of these couples, they be here for like 2 years, and then within 6 months after they break up, all this stuff transpire. How this was fake. Like,
and it's crazy because I feel like they just leave a paper trail all the time. Like, if you doing that, you shouldn't
have screenshots.
You talking to
like
this girl, you talking
to this guy. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You don't even try to cover your tracks.
I just feel like it's just, if you genuine, you genuine. There's nothing that no one can do about that. You can kind of tell. Like, we all have people that we love to watch. Or love to not even
follow,
if you don't watch their videos personally, sit there and follow, watch their feed. Oh, she just had a baby, whatever. And then we all have those people that we saying, yo, that was crazy. Like, you knew they was lying. They was lying in your raps. I seen it in the first video. I waited to the 10th, and you told us everything. So it just depends. Like,
I think it's easy to tell those people because you can see when they don't get the results that they think they're gonna get in the beginning. They like quick to like fall off or like give up on it. But it's the people that stick in and like do it for the long
say
run.
stuff like, you know, I'm gonna back a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
trying to do a side story because they want people to like
today and all that. So I mean, you can tell.
Yeah, people seeking attention.
You can tell who's lying through their teeth.
Definitely. So like with so many people like monetizing social media and like using their social media platforms more, do you think it's becoming more of an acceptable like career path for people, or you think people still like skeptical about it?
The irony in this, me talking about this, but I feel like it's becoming more accepted, but I don't like the idea of everybody wanting to be an influencer, everybody wanting to be a photographer, everybody wanting to be a fashion designer. I don't like that idea, only because when it's time for 20 years from now, dramatic example, but say we all in the room and this man is whatever, choking. Who's gonna help him? I'm a writer. I make clothes. I'm a photographer. Who's gonna help this man? I don't like the idea that everybody just wants to do it because it seems so easy to be free or to be creative, because everybody doesn't have that aspect. It seems like it's easy to people, so they just kind of jump on it, but that's not. Some of you are supposed to be lawyers. Some of you are supposed to be doctors. That's just what it is.
It's funny because I never thought of it that way.
When you really think about it, like, what's gonna happen if you're really in a detrimental situation? Who's gonna help you?
Yeah, everybody can't.
I don't know what to do. I make YouTube videos. Okay, I don't know what to do either. I don't feel like it's realistic to live your life like that. I feel like if you're gonna be an influencer and it's making you money, you should also have a backup plan, because what's gonna happen when you wake up one day and you 45 years old and nobody's really following you no more? You have to be realistic at the same time.
But too, I think it's important when you do get on and you see that you like making bank off of it, investing in something else. So like,
that's what I'm saying.
When you in the long run, you don't have to worry about like how you gonna get your next.
Look at it like that though. You see fast money, you like, oh, I'm just You're not really thinking about.
You're thinking about buying cars and the clothes.
You need to invest. Make sure your kids good. Make sure whatever bill you ain't pay ain't on your credit score.
Like, I agree with that.
All that stuff is important, man.
How How do you think not following the traditional like career path like has affected you personally?
Me personally, I was depressed as hell. Like, I didn't know what to do. I felt like I should have went that way, but at the same time, it was like I never really had the guidance to show me how to do it. Yeah, they can say it all day, but I never had anyone to show me like X, Y, Z. This how you do this. This how you do that. So I had trouble with it because I always do stuff for me. I didn't want to be in a situation where I felt like, oh, I'm doing this. And I'm not even gonna say I always do stuff for me. I'm the youngest of 6, like I told you. And my sisters, they always look at me in a way like, don't do what I did. So I always felt like I was always me. I was always the weird one. But I still would look for acceptance in them. So it's like, I didn't want to go to school because I wanted to make my sisters proud, or my mother, or my father, or whatever. I wanted to do it when I wanted to do it because I wanted to. So I didn't go the traditional route. But I still want to go back to school. You got some people who, they say it, wake up 35.
Yeah, and never went back.
But I truly want to go back. I just feel like my path went the way it was supposed to because I found myself in the process. So it's like, I don't really feel like.
So you feel like this was supposed to happen for you?
Yeah, most definitely.
I agree with that because, like, me too. I went to school first because I thought that's what I had to do, like graduate on time. Yeah, like that was like my everything, and I was like, if I don't go here, if I don't do this, then like what is my life going to be? But I mean, looking back now, it really worked out for me because I found something that I like love to do. Like, this is like what I want to do. And yeah, I do want to go back to school too. Like, I'm gonna go back to school because I know that like
you have the aspiration to do it. That's good enough. The drive to want to.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't. They see something like this and they just like, but it's so much more than that. Like, I just feel like you just always have to have a backup plan. That's
because don't get me wrong, I want my podcast to go far, but
you gotta have a backup plan.
I want to have a degree too.
Exactly.
Yeah. This kind of ties into like when I asked too, like, do you feel like you can be 100% yourself on social media, but like, do you think that you can like put everything out there and live like a social media life?
Me personally,
and still having like a private life at the same time?
Yes. I mean, me personally, I feel like one of the, I'm not gonna say mistakes, one of the flawed things that I've done is date a person, post it real fast and I'm happy. Like, I don't feel like you should do that. I feel like you should be more realistic. But if your following is following you off the strength of, okay, for example, like a few years back, when I first got diagnosed with depression, I was really fucked up in the head. I didn't know what to do. I was sad as fuck. So what I used to do was, on my Instagram, I used to post positive shit just because that's what I was trying to, like, it was almost in a sense like I wanted to hear it. So I knew I was going through a situation. I didn't want anybody else around me that I could talk to or didn't know to go through it. So I used to post like little memes, or not even memes, like, but like, it's just like little, like little shit that I see or that I relate to, and like, it's just weird, like a spiritual thing. Like, yellow became my favorite color because it signified positivity. Like, I found myself doing different things that I took interest in to take my mind off of what was really going on.
So basically, you turned into the person that you wanted to like see.
Yeah. Even if I felt terrible on social media, I would put it like that. So that way, if I am in a good light, or if I do want to look back at it, I'm not being that person that's, oh, I'm so sad, everybody look. Opposed to having something that can make me, feel like, okay, it's going to get better. That's what I used to do. So I feel like, go ahead.
I don't know. This is like a weird one because I feel like with like YouTubers, for example, they put most of their life out there, but a lot of them say like, you only see what I put in these like.
That's what I'm saying. Me personally, I know what I would put and I know what I wouldn't put. So it's like, well, okay, one, I don't, like with the whole mental illness thing, I don't try to let it define me, but it is me. This is what I'm going through. So I like to be as raw and real with that, because I feel like you got to be open with yourself in order to do something like this. Yeah. But certain shit I wouldn't put out. I wouldn't say, if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't have my kids all over my social media. I just wouldn't. I would post them every now and again, but me personally, it's just too many creeps in the world. Yeah.
So like basically you believe in like keeping some things private, but like,
yes, like I'm not saying like 5,000 likes. I'm going to show my, like, not like that, but I'm going to post it when I feel the need to. Or if I'm in a relationship, yeah, you're going to know, but it's not going to be and no.
Yeah.
It's just going to, I just don't feel like some of that stuff, you should just keep it what it is because it seems fabricated after a while. But back to watching certain people, you like, so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think it's genuine. So I just feel like, me personally, if I made a channel about cars, I'm not about to turn that channel into cars and kids, and cars and husbands. I'm not going to do that. Y'all follow me, subscribe to this because this is what I began to talk about. We took this journey together. We might change it up a little bit. I might talk about different stuff, but I don't want it to get too far and everybody be in every piece of your life because then as soon as some shit fall through, everybody know that.
Picking it apart.
Because people look at social media like they fought, like they influencing this stuff and they think they perfect. So when they go through stuff, you forget that they real people. Like they not really famous for anything. They just famous for being themselves. So it's like shit happens. You think like that's a normal person right there. Yeah, of course he lashed out, or of course she snapped. Like that's what people do.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's too like why I was hesitant about doing this because like I was talking about this on the last episode that we did, but like with me, I like. My Instagram was private for like a long time, and then once I like started the podcast, I had the podcast Instagram. So I'm like, okay, that was like public. Why mine gotta be public? But like people wanted to see that too, so I was like, all right, I guess I gotta like, I've noticed make it public too.
It's not a bad thing. Like this is so random, but I found this girl on Instagram. I was just scrolling, and she like 14, and she do like crazy ass makeup, like fucking superb. Like. And her page that went viral is her makeup page, and her personal page is private, and she makes sure it's private. And she feel like too many people start following on the shit, she make a new one. Yeah, like it's fine to have your own space. Yeah, you just gotta know how to cut it.
See, I felt like I needed to be like that too, but then people was like asking about mine, and I was like, okay, like. So I made it public, but like...
I feel like if you feel like you're more comfortable with your personal page being private, that's fine.
Now it don't matter to me though, because I don't be posting that there. I post about the podcast up here too, so you can see it everywhere.
Like everybody, man, like my freaking nail tech, her personal page private. Public.
Yeah, because I feel like at the same time, you got to know how to like separate the two.
Because some people don't. You ever seen a page where... Nails, picture of me and my kid. Nails, I got openings, me and my boyfriend. And you gotta know how to split.
I think that be messing up too, because it's like, what if you want to post something crazy on your personal page?
I'm saying.
You don't need all your clients
to like snap off about something.
You don't want
you had a bad day. Like, you gotta know how to split the two. And if you my loyal client, you can follow it.
Yeah, like,
but nah,
not the new client that you trying to get, the potential client. You don't want them to see that.
My page been public since like 2014. I stopped caring. So it's ironic that I say that. But I just feel like if you gonna do that, if you want to make your brand and only be that, that's one of the reasons why, okay, like, yeah, I want to brand myself, but say if I didn't, say if I wanted to make clothes for a living. Yeah. I wouldn't, I probably would do the whole separate page thing. Yeah. Because it's like, I don't want what I'm doing on my own personal time to stop this. Like, oh, well, she wear red. I don't like red. Like, people so weird.
They do. Like, they pick it apart. That's why, like, social media is like a blessing and a curse, and I always say that. Use it. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
And we all done had fall throughs before. We don't. Yeah. So imagine at a larger scale, and you like, shit, I just having a bad day. Now everybody think I broke up with my boyfriend. Like, you didn't even do. Y'all happy? You just had a bad day. Like, it's just. I just feel like with that, even at a smaller scale, because I don't even feel like the followers I have, I don't feel like I have a lot. I just feel like, and I noticed, I'm saying, and I've noticed that people try to pick apart certain shit.
Yeah, about like every little thing.
Yeah, like, oh, she seemed like this, or he seemed like that. I just feel like they do that now. Larger scale, you gotta really watch it.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. I think, like, too, like, no matter what you do, no matter what you feel like you putting out there, people always gonna have like a different perception of it. Like, no matter what,
perception is key. Like, that's like for who we gonna say Beyonce. picture of Beyonce, seamless picture, they're still gonna pick it apart.
Yeah.
Something's still gonna be wrong. So that's this 10 out of 10 person that we only know so much about.
Yeah.
Because that's a good example. Her.
I was about to say, thinking
for how
about that
long?
though, like,
How many scandals has she really been in? 2?
but not even just that. With people like that too, if you don't post your kids, they feel like you ain't never with your kids. If you like that posting your spouse, they feel like y'all broke up. Like, it's like,
I just feel like, why do it matter to y'all what I do?
yeah, like,
I've
but no
seen-
matter what you're putting out there, people always gonna like look
the
into
whole
it.
social media thing playing a part in our lives. Like, you ever say you dating somebody and yours is different, you can't say this. But say you dating somebody and I didn't post it.
Oh, but it's happening though.
It's Wednesday. Why? like they just feel like, why you not?
But that affects people.
But I
It gets
feel
to
like
people.
we get this platform to use it to our best of our abilities. Our abilities, and then we need it in our lives. You don't really need any of this stuff because
But I mean, that's like too when they be like, if you didn't post it, it didn't happen. Like that saying. Because it just seemed like,
you got people in full blown relationships. And
yeah,
you
it's
never
not
know, and
true
they
at
really
all.
happy
But
and they don't care
because social media is
That's
like
what
so
I'm
big
saying.
in our
It's
lives, it's like
terrible,
that's how people feel.
Like,
That's why so many people, when they do good deeds, they feel like they need to record it. But it's like, why would you record that if you like doing a good deed? Like, it's like.
So, one of my friends, he goes to Georgia State, I believe, and fucking talented. She's a writer, and she always do good things. She's always really smart. She always do good things, and but she never says it. You would never know she's doing all this good stuff. So she was on social media saying like, I never pat myself on the back. I'm about to be a writer for Tinder. Doing all this stuff, and she felt the need, like the fear that people do it so much. She was like, some point.
Yeah.
So I feel like that kind of fucks you up too, because I don't know why people like. They feel like they have to run on social media to post anything. Like, I feel like, I've done it. Like, if I feel like it was a huge accolade for myself, I'm gonna pat myself.
But it's nothing wrong with that. That's the thing. I feel like social media make you feel bad for like.
Social media make you feel bad for everything.
For everything.
That's why
For
I don't
everything.
like. Me personally, I don't like when people record good deeds.
Yeah.
Like if you did something good, like you graduated, or you did this, or you bought a car, you bought a house, whatever. Okay. I don't like when I see a homeless man on the street.
Yeah, you feel like
and
you gotta record.
I gave
giving
him
him
$10.
money. Yeah.
The fuck? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
What did I get out of recording that? Did I do that good deed for some views, or did I do it
because you wanted to do all the kind of?
That's what I'm saying. So I just feel like with social media, man, you just gotta know how to play it. And I do stupid stuff all the time, and I'm saying you just gotta know how to play it. Like, I just feel like it just.
You think you learned that over time though? Like.
Yes.
From like.
Because I still do this now. Like, I'm like on some like hopeless romantic shit. Like, I be excited as fuck. Oh look, everybody, this is. And they trash. Like, and then ain't nobody's fault. But if you got a following, people really following you. Me personally, I don't feel like people latch on to what I'm saying or what I'm doing until somebody say, like, so what happened to the color green? I'm like, when the fuck did I didn't even remember me saying this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's certain shit that I still be like, girl, relax.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, over time, but I've always been real private anyway. So I'm starting to get more open. I'm starting to say or do more stuff. But typically, nah, like, I never really
I can't say that for you because, like, this is our first time meeting, but, like, I didn't know much about you from your social media. I didn't even know your first name.
Everybody think it's weight, so I'm just like, I don't know, like, how to break that.
Yeah.
But I just let them have it.
Until I talked to you, like, I didn't know that, so it was just like.
I just feel like people know what they know. And, like, social media, being that it has been a big part for me for so long, like, that's how I met a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's what I mean. It's a blessing and a curse.
That,
like,
when you really sit there and think about it, though,
like you can gain so much from it, but at the same time, it can be like your downfall.
Yeah, like say if I posted a embarrassing picture, everybody screenshotting, and I don't know.
Yeah.
One time, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. But okay, my senior year, it was like my 11th grade year. I was taking my senior pictures, and this is so bad. But I'm telling you anyway. I don't care. So my senior year, took the picture of the house, feeling good as fuck. Like makeup was all pretty, whatever. So my makeup artist, her name's Bryanna too. She posted the before and after, but I always felt like I looked the same. But my skin used to be terrible back then. So I also, like I was saying, I was really like subconscious about my acne, but I didn't fuck. Okay, post the damn before and after. So what? So I don't know who the fuck got the picture at a larger scale, but this shit was on World Star. Lie to you not. Everything I Love was on World Star on their Instagram, and it was like their new fucking transpired page, so the damn followers was growing while the shit was sitting there. Everything I Love. I was like, oh no, the world is over, right? So who the fuck even sent it to me? One of my friends sent it to me. This is funny, we talking about social media. I put that in the back of my brain, I forgot about it. But so I'm like, oh my God, the world is over. So I'm like, I always do this weird shit when if I feel like something's bad, I'm gonna let y'all see somebody embarrassing me. Like, oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's on World Star, might as well show y'all. What? Everybody in my damn school had a screenshot. This is right before a senior year started. So,
I don't know how I was every day.
It was on Instagram. It was on Instagram. You know, I'm dying because I had a good ass day. Like, I felt good. It was on Instagram, and I posted it on my Twitter. Like, I shared it, and I was like, look at this. This shit is crazy. And it became like this battle war. People that I didn't even know personally, all this shit, whatever, was commenting saying like, this shit is whack. Like, da-da-da-da. So they eventually took it down themselves, and I never seen them take anything down. Yeah. So I was like, okay. But that was probably like one of the biggest, like, whoa, you can kind of see what social media do.
Yeah, where it can go.
I mean, like, Bree was solid as fuck with makeup, but she had a following, but not no damn
World Star following.
So I always was like, how this picture even? And then I'm like, all these before and afters where girls be light skinned and then dark skin and all that stuff. You can choose
and
the
that's
one.
The way you chose.
I'm like, I look the same. It's just a little acne here and there. They made it seem like, and like literally, I was like, yeah, at least could have tagged me. And then the comments, I'm going through the comments and it's like,
see you.
I'm going through the comments and it's like, she looks the same.
I was about to say that too. Did you feel like you needed to like defend yourself in the comments?
Yeah. If I'm on World Star, you're still gonna like. I'm not getting beat up. It's just a before and after picture. So I'm like, y'all need to relax. Like, I look the same. Like, let's just chill a little bit. So after like 3-4 hours, everybody, cause I stopped caring. I just took myself out of it. Like, they deleted it. But it was still embarrassing because 2 weeks later, school start. For Bryanna.
Everybody asked about it.
Like, what is this? I'm like, yo, like, after the third time, you don't hear that shit no more. So yeah, social media.
But that's the thing, it can be so good and so bad, because like, imagine how much exposure you got just from that. Like, yes, it was embarrassing in the moment, but like,
my nigga, like.
But once people click your page and then see, like,
that's freaking crazy though. Like, and I forgot all about that. I put it in the back of my brain, I swear. But I just thought about it, like, they really had me up there. I was like, what the fuck? And they didn't even have no caption, nothing. It was just like the dead emoji. I was like, oh, you trying to play? Like, but yeah.
But that's why this was scary for me too, because I was like, what if people like talk about my voice? They gonna talk about my skin. They gonna talk about my laugh. They gonna talk about everything. But then I was like, you know what? I don't even care about that, because no matter what, they gonna talk about it.
They gonna pick you apart.
Yeah, they gonna talk about it. They're gonna
once you got that flower, right? Like
everything.
It could be.
That's why I ain't never said this, but at first I felt like I needed to have my hair straight when I did videos, but then I was like, no, I went natural for a reason, so like I can wear my curly hair.
Be realistic always first.
But that's really how I was thinking. Like, I was really trying to evaluate like every single aspect before I like did this.
And you know what? That's the problem. Like, for example, like with my YouTube, I've been taking so long to do it, whatever, and that's one of the reasons why. Because I will pick apart myself so no one else will do it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, no matter what you do,
they're
still
gonna have
gonna
something else.
Wrong.
Yeah.
I could do a seamless ass video, nothing can be wrong with it in my eyes, and they'll still be like, oh, but you didn't take out that time when you sneezed, or
you were looking down the whole time, but you should have looked at the camera. Yeah, it's just
like, yeah.
And that's what made me like be like, you know what, I don't care. Like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Because like looking at all of these like these influencers that like we be watching, it's like
not realistic.
you can love their video and then you look through the comment and somebody say something and you be like, yo, like who was even thinking about that? Like,
damn, you don't see Shorty Lace.
Yeah, I mean, like I wasn't
relax.
Even
I didn't even notice
She just did a flawless makeup routine. That's what she was looking at.
Look at
like,
the lace.
Yeah, no matter
her
what.
lash lifted, and then you go back. Remember, you go back to the 23 seconds they put
like,
it. You like,
it really was.
But nigga, I didn't notice that.
When they put the timestamps, like it just be like really like,
how
this is how you be doing. This is what y'all be doing.
This is crazy. They got some shades on it. Like, look at 55 seconds. You can see what she watching on TV.
Yeah, it's like in the background. Like it be like everything.
People are
everything.
psychotic.
But I think that's why too. How can like. That's why it's hard for people to have that like private aspect because when you're in the light like that, people are.
But I feel like when you put yourself in a position to do that, you kind of know that. Though.
Yeah, like you got.
Like that's why I never understood when people be like, say they've been famous since they was 15. It's so hard. Yeah, it might be, but you don't have to do this. Like, you know how many celebrities stopped doing that and just went to school and had kids and had a normal life. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Yes, it's always going to be like, okay, you at a larger scale, you still going to have stuff that goes on. But I feel like if you really want to take yourself out of it, you will.
Remove yourself, yeah.
So, if I decide that I want to be a YouTube star, and Shorty say, my nose look big in one picture, what am I supposed to do? Okay, this is the same nose I had when I decided I wanted to do it, so.
And then too, I think that's why people be changing themselves, cause like when they get in the spotlight like that, like and people start picking them apart, you feel like you gotta like
start do it too.
Yeah, you start looking at it more.
You gotta look at the positive aspect.
So like, what you wanting to start a YouTube like you saying that you didn't because you were like thinking about like every single step. Like,
I micromanage everything in my life. It's just what I do. It's not on purpose. It's like, I gotta make sure you can't do that. It's not realistic, but that's what I do. So a lot of times when I'm going through stuff, it holds me back because I feel like, well, why am I doing that?
Yeah.
Or I don't care what people say, but if you still do, it's like
you still do.
You still want to make sure you still putting out this quality content and you want to work with the right people, or if they not on your time, or if it's always something with that. When you trying to be like creative in any way, it's always going to be if you're not doing it yourself or you don't have people on your team or on your side
to like encourage you,
you gonna always have like some type of setback. So I just feel like it's a lot of that too. Like, I wanted the team, but now as time goes on, I'm on like this whole spiritual tip and I'm trying to be happy and positive. I don't really feel like I need one right now. I feel like that's what I needed. The people that I asked to like choose to do it and all that stuff, they would have did it. Like, it would have just happened that way.
The way it was supposed to happen.
I just feel like everything is happening the way it's supposed to. It's supposed to be organic when you're doing something like that. You don't ever want to make yourself feel forced.
You feel like you almost there?
Hell yeah. I be thinking about shit every day. I just know like this time next year I might be in a whole different mind space, and that's what I really like. I'm excited for more. So even I'm excited to do it, but I'm excited to see how it's gonna feel.
See where it's gonna go. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that's like what made me decide to do like these tea talks too, with like people that like I know like got stuff like going on like this, because I kind of want to encourage other people. Like, I want them to know that like you can do it too. Like anybody can do it. So I mean, you take that too. You can do it. Just go for it. Just do it.
I can feel it though. That's what I'm saying. I can feel the shit. Like, when I wake up, I feel like
you want to get out
take
there.
Over this shit.
Yeah.
I can feel it. So
yeah, you just gotta do it. So I mean, that leads into our last question. Well, not question, but like, where do you see yourself like within the next couple of years? Like, what plans do you have?
This has something to do with that. When I was in my senior year, we had to write down what we thought we were gonna be. And I remember my shit. It said I was gonna be a multimedia artist and a wife. What the hell? Like, I mean, it still sounds like realistic, but probably not. It'll probably be like, in the next few years, I want to go to school for dentistry, so I'm gonna be working on that, but I'm gonna still be trying to do my whole YouTube thing and talk about what I want to talk about, and probably just flourish in that, do other like collabs with people and figure out what's tap into other people's minds too, see what they trying to do, and I don't know, like kind of get into the things that like get back to how I used to be, the things that made me happy, the things that I like to do with art and graphic design and all that stuff, like get back to like my one true self.
Okay, so that's not gonna be the final question. Like, what's your YouTube? What is it that you wanna like talk about? What you gonna be doing up there?
So back to how I say my mental illness doesn't make me, but I am open to talk about it. Basically, just in like a safe place.
Yeah.
So growing up, I didn't have anybody that I could relate to, or I didn't have an idol in a sense besides Kid Cudi. That's why that's like my savior in a sense. But I just feel like people my age need someone who looks like them, who talks like them, who acts like them, who's going through the same thing they're going through, to be able to say, oh, she looks like me, or she looks like my friend, or whatever. Have a safe place to talk about what needs to be talked about. There's so much stuff going on in the world as far as like everyone being sad. And my biggest thing with that is I don't like some of the influencers who is using that to their advantage to know that these little kids are following them, but they aren't really in that space. I don't like that. Or not even if they aren't in that space, because they're entitled to changing, but they were never in that space. You can't relate to something you don't know. No. So I just feel like I'm genuine as fuck, and I just got so much to say to people, and I just want to be able to share that with everybody. So not even just young black girls or anybody. Anybody who feels any way about anything.
That's why I started this podcast, and that's why I have different people on the podcast, because I want you to be able to look at any episode and be like, oh, she like me, like, or he like me. That's why I want everybody to be able to voice their opinions, because we all got different feelings, and different opinions on like other stuff. So I want everybody to be like, oh, I feel where he coming from, or I feel where she coming from. So yeah, that's why I created this too. So yeah, just create that platform to be the person that you, like you said, be the person that you always wanted to have. I feel like and from this area too, we don't have too many people that are doing things like this. So it's important for people to see that they, oh, she from Virginia just like me. Like, I can do that. Like, So, thank you for joining us for our second Tea Talk. Thank you for being my guest and coming up here and talking to me. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Follow her on Instagram. Her Instagram will be in the description box, and say it so they can
both your ways.
Follow her. Yes, thanks for watching, and tune in for next time.